is not directed by Chris Columbus this time. It's now directed by Raja Gosnell, who directed such classics as The Smurfs 1 and 2. Oh boy. It's written by John Hughes again, though. And it doesn't star Macaulay Culkin this time. This time it stars Alex D. Linz, star of the Disney classic Max Keeble's Big Move. So yeah, Home Alone 3. What is it about? Well, it's about this kid named Alex who gets a toy car as a gift for snow removal. And he's also at home with the chicken pox. And then there's also this chip that's in this toy car that these terrorists are after. Yeah, there's a terrorism plot in this movie. Well, not really like full-on terrorism, but there's terrorists in here, so what is this, fucking Die Hard meets Home Alone? Except John McClane isn't here to kill them. Anyways, what did I think of Home Alone 3? Got a little background here for Home Alone 3. As a kid, this is the one I watched the most. Yeah. But as an adult, this one doesn't hold up like the first two. It's definitely got that late 90s style, especially in its humor. So yeah, not a lot of funniness in like this late 90s style family movie. Yeah, this is not a very funny movie. I will say Alex D. Linz is good in the role as Alex. He's really damn good in this role. I thought he was the best part of this movie. I will say, this one doesn't really take place on Christmas. There's like a little taste of Christmas here and there in this movie, but it's not specific, but it's not like explicitly a Christmas movie like the first two. So I'm kind of going out on a limb with reviewing this, but it's very winter themed and there is a dash of Christmas here and there, so it counts. Whatever. The main problem with this movie is the slapstick. It's not funny at all. See, what made the first two funny was that when the bad guys got hurt, it feels like they got hurt. That's where the humor came along in with the slapstick from the first two. There's none of that here. It's way too wacky and way too over the top to be funny. None of the performances from the bad guys were good either. And it doesn't help that their dialogue is absolute shit too. There's some really bad dialogue in this film. Another thing I don't like about this movie is the musical score. You know, the first two had that iconic John Williams score. It sounded great because John Williams has never done a bad score. This movie has the most generic fucking 90s family movies musical score I have ever heard. What this movie really comes off as a Disney Channel original movie that happened to get a theatrical release. And the funny thing is, the next few Home Alone movies after this weren't in theaters. At least the last three that came out knew where they belonged. This one got a theatrical release. What? Because John Hughes wrote it? Fuck. Like, this was definitely the low point in John Hughes' career. I mean, what was he writing at the time? Oh, yeah. Flubber. I mean, Flubber is not a good movie, but I do have kind of a soft spot for it. He also wrote Baby's Day Out, which is also not a good movie. Yeah, this was the low point in his career. Yeah, he was far gone, like the 80s good John Hughes. Fun fact, Scarlett Johansson's in this movie. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. This is seriously where she got her start. It's a good thing her career went way better than this shit later on. You know, all her job is to say some funny teenager lines. Yeah, that's pretty much the lines with most of the kids in this movie. Alex is the only one with a head on his shoulders. I mean, his mom's pretty nice, so at least there's that. What else? What good things can I say about this movie besides Alex D. Linz was good in his role as Alex? Yeah, the slapstick was bad. The traps weren't funny. Most of the performances suck. It's not a very entertaining movie. Just stick with the first two Home Alone movies. They're far more worth your time than this. I am going to give Home Alone 3 a D plus.